on Monday night. Coots, of course, has a fine record with his goal kicking. He's a very accurate kick, and despite the sore toe he's had, the West Fellows supporters, or officials actually, tell me that the toe is completely recovered and he'll land some goals today. Well, here's his first opportunity. Let's see if he does. Right on the 25 line. You can see the line there. He's pushed it right on the 20 line. Placed it on the 25-yard line. It's there. Beautiful kick. And so, Coots, who's won a number of games, quite a number of games for Western Suburbs this season, almost on his own as far as individual effort is concerned, has done it again and put West in front 7 points to 5. Askey to restart play with a place kick from the halfway mark. Kicking to the eastern side of the field. Hobby. Mattingly got him quite calmly. Davies feeds it away. Out to Gallagher, to Hensby, and into the attack comes Spruce and gets attacked. Nichols dumps him. Long pass to Johnson. Gibson. Very fast second row. Ralston. And Ralston still going. West's attacking machinery beginning to function, Terry.
Yes, Ron.
Hobby coming across field now. Bumps off Nichols. Gives it to Buman. Oh, lovely pass out to Spruce. Oh, he's put his foot into touch. Well, a nice movement there with the players handling the ball well and passing it well, timing their passes well. Out to Alchin, who very nearly went through then.
The West backs have terrific understanding between one another, Ron.
Yes.
I think this is where they're starting to show now.
This is very apparent, isn't it, Terry?
These two centres in particular, Hensby and Coots, they really
Yes. I think Coots must appreciate Hensby. He is rather in the shadow of Coots' brilliance, but he's a pretty good centre in my book.
Oh, wonderful centre, Ron.
Nichols, Gill, McManus, Hunter. Looks like Buman, is it? Yes, Buman the tackler. Newton into Perry, and look at this man slice through and change his pace. Mattingly to Gill. And Gill's off for a run here. That was another good change of pace from Jack Gill. That was the fourth and last scrum, and so tackle rather, and so the scrum will pack. 28 minutes of play gone in the first half. Gallagher for West to feed the scrum. West identified by the V on their chests and the stripe running down their sleeve. Norths have a white N on the front of their jersey. Nice football. Out it comes from McManus now to Hunter. There's Butler there, but he had to go back a little to gather. McManus gets it away though, but Owens is well held by Buman. Mattingly at dummy half to Gill. Hunter. Inside to Nichols. And who's there? You wouldn't want to know. It's Buman again. Davies with him. Owens from Hutchinson. Third and last tackle. Mattingly. Gill will kick. Up in the air it goes. Someone's offside here. Coots, yes. Referees for arguing or talking away there and offering them the choice of the penalty or a scrum back where the kick was made. West take the penalty knowing they'll regain for the tap kick as Hensby finds touch. 10 yards inside North's territory. Buman will restart play with the tap free kick. Out to Gallagher. Johnson is well held here. Buman, a long one out there to Hensby. Looking for Coots there as he came through on the burst, but couldn't get it to him. Ralston in possession. Gallagher, a long one back to Spruce, and he's going for a long field goal, but I don't think he's got the power, and it doesn't go anywhere in the right direction anyway. Ellis running back for it. Newman again, he's a beauty. They can't keep this fellow out of the tour, can they, Terry?
No, Brian, I think he's a logical country selection. He must go on tour.
I saw him in the television telecast of the second test, and he had a game similar to the one he's playing here today. I don't see how they could possibly leave him out of the Tour to England.
No, Brian, look, wherever the ball is, all you've got to look around, you'll find Newman's always there.
And there's a penalty awarded against West. And Jack Gill will take it on his own 25. Kicking for the eastern side of the field. Hobby trying to bring it in, but can't. And so play will restart with a tap penalty to be taken by tap kick to be taken by Mattingly. It's not a penalty; it's a free kick here. Gill. Oh, Nicholson came inside but couldn't gather, and it's anybody's ball. There must be 87 knock-ons and 6 offsides there, I'd say. West 7, North 5. A penalty against North this time. How does that rate with West? West have now received 3 penalties to North 6, and the scrums are 7-5 in favour, and 5-1 rather, in favour of Norths. That's a bit unusual, Terry. We didn't expect that so early in the piece with Buman hooking.
First time I've ever seen Buman getting beat for the scrum. The game's not over yet.
No, that's right. Hobby is giving it to Coots for a kick, and if he can judge this crosswind, it will assist him somewhat. So it's a possibility, knowing what this fella can do. He's landed harder once than this under similar conditions. 7-5 in favour of West, running with the assistance of the wind. And of course, if this wind holds up, Jack Gill and Brian Askey will use it to good effect in the second half, and they'll have the West players turning round and at least playing a couple of full-backs deep to counter their tactics. Incidentally, Jack Gill was criticised on one occasion here for running into the wind in the first half, and it's a pretty legitimate criticism because the wind is known to die in the second half. But talking to our meteorologist friend Des Hart yesterday, he said he thought the wind would be, if anything, increase as the afternoon went on. Maybe Jack Gill took notice of this, although that's not so because he lost the toss today. North kicked off, I think. Yes, that's right. And now here is Coots. A long, good directional kick, and it's a beauty.
Wonderful kick, Brian. A lovely kick.
It certainly was. Didn't look in doubt, did it?
No, it takes 3 steps and away he goes.
We're on the halfway mark. That was on the 25, and we're on the opposite side of the field, and all the way it looked good even from here. And so that makes it 9-5 in favour of West after 33 minutes of the first half gone. I don't think there's been any actual injury time out that I can recall. There was a little. Well, that's 33 minutes of playing time we've given you there, and so there is only 7 minutes of playing time left in this first half. Askey to kick towards the eastern side. No, in comes Perry. A long one straight down the field. Johnson, Hensby rather, can't make up his mind whether he or Gallagher will have it. Hensby caught in possession, close to his own try line. Buman, Gallagher. Oh, Nichols went up underneath there with the hands, but they were open. Out to Johnson, running wide. Dummies. Gives it to Hobby. Inside. Oh, someone nearly lost their head there. But it's Holmes who comes off with the ball. Third and last tackle. Referee's 4 signals with the raised hand. Ralston. Davies. Gallagher. And he kicks. Ellis has a bad bounce there to contend with. It's a 25-yard dropout. Going over the touch and goal dead ball line. There's still nothing much in this game, Terry, when you think of the wind advantage that West have in this first half. No,
Brian, could be anybody's game, particularly when North come out and running the opposite way with the wind. Jack Gill will use it to every advantage, I think.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
Particularly the way they're winning the scrums.
Yes, this is a big thing, isn't it? A big feature. A long high kick from Gill. Holmes takes it very well on the halfway mark. The first run Holmes has had today. Davies. Hobby. Hutchinson trying to wrestle him to the ground. Newman. Gallagher. Ball. Hensby. Nicely tackled by McManus. Newman kicks. Follows through. Newton takes it very nicely. He'll beat Newman. He's got a turn of speed, this Newton. Very determined runner and a very capable winger. Gill. Mattingly. Oh, he runs into Davies and Gibson. Owens. Davies, the tackler. Last tackle in this series. Gill looks to kick, beats Gibson. Oh, and it's knocked on there by Hobby. Picked up by a North player. It's Hunter. And it's gone out to Perry.
He goes straight in the middle of
yes, he only knows one way to go. That's straight, isn't it?
Just running a crouch. Very hard to get hold of.
Gill up in the air again across field. It's a bad kick if it's properly gathered by Coote. Oh, and it is not. It's knocked on. There might have well been a break there if he got it, although North sensed the danger and Perry was very much up on Coote there. Gallagher feeding the scrum. West ball at this moment, but Norths are trying to push him off it and have succeeded in doing so. That was nice hooking.
Yes, very good, man.
McManus. Newton inside to Askey. Mattingly. Owens. Perry to Hutchinson. Being worked over there by Gibson. Gill inside to Mattingly. And it's 9-5 in favour of West. Up in the air, typical North tactics, up in the air with them. North charging down, but a beautiful take there by Spruce. Now it's Gallagher. They're very much alike in size and colouring. That was Gallagher, the scrum half. He plays this extra fullback role quite a lot. Johnson a long pass to Alston and he beats Butler, runs round him, kicks high. Ellis under it, can't gather. Look at Ralston going up, but he won't meet with Ellis. Gibson waiting for him. Very strong in defence is Gibson as well as in attack. Mattingly out to Hunter. Here again, he goes straight up that centre, Terry. Hutchinson back to Askey. Can't find the support he wants. When nearly Perry came through on the first, but he put it under his arm by then. Gill over to Mattingly, and a penalty against West. Forwards and three-quarters offside there, mainly forwards wide of the ruck.
Getting a bit willing there at times.
Yes, there are some... there are no big pardons in there, Terry. And play has now been in progress 38.5 minutes by our timekeeper, so there can't be much time left here. A caution being handed out by referee Noel Spohr to Gibson and Hutchinson. They clashed a little earlier behind the run of the ball. And there's Gill taking the kick for touch. Finds it just short of the 25 in West territory. Only about a minute left to play in this first half, with West leading by 9 points to 5. Gill, Askey, Perry. Oh, and he switches the attack here. And look at him slice through with a sidestep and a change of pace. Jones, the hooker, having a go on his own. Won't go far. Hobby's waiting for him. So is Davies. Perry again at dummy half this time. Hutchinson. Gibson comes across and is assisted there by Hall. Gill back to... Oh, Askey didn't have a chance as Robbie came through very quickly there. And he's lost the ball and Hobby has gathered it. West in possession on their own 25. Back to Hensby, but North's offside this time, and a penalty in favour of Western Suburbs, who are leading by 9 points to 5, with only about half a minute to go to half-time. Almost to the halfway mark goes the kick, and it'll be Buman to restart play. To Gallagher. Hoare rather, Gallagher, Hensby. The move didn't work much, didn't gain them much ground, but here's Buman back in position out to Hoare. Tries to straighten it up, but the defence is too quick. Johnson calling for it, gets it. Cooch must have called for it quickly too, and in comes Ralston. Down almost to the 25 before he's put to ground. And there's no one there to dummy half. For one time, Buman was out of position. Johnson. Inside to Hobby, and he must be offside. That must have gone forward, and Hobby didn't move to take it. He didn't move forward. And there's the half-time bell with the score at 9 points to 5 in favour of Western Suburbs, but referee's 4 rules that the kick must be taken. And there he blows no time, and so it's half-time in this Rugby League Grand Final between Western Suburbs and Northern Suburbs, with West going to Lemons 4 points in the lead, 9 to 5. And it's been a most exciting game, and just in just a moment we'll come back to you, and Terry Panowitz will give you his impressions of how the game has gone in the first half and how he thinks it might go in the second half. 9-5 at half-time here at the Newcastle Sports Ground in the 1967 Rugby League Grand Final, West 9, North 5. And so the players are coming up the field for the second half of the 1967 Rugby League Grand Final at Newcastle Sports Ground, with the half-time score Western Suburbs 9, Northern Suburbs 5. West naturally very keen to hold the advantage that they've gained in the first half. North, of course, equally keen to snatch it away from them. West going again for the big Grand Slam, having won the minor and major premiers in third grade and the second grade here today, and looking now for a first grade win to make it the whole Grand Slam in 1967 as they did in 1966. John Hobby leading his players onto the field. The Northern Suburbs players are already on, and they'll be defending the northern end this time, running from left to right on your screen. North, West, of course, from right to left, defending the southern end. Referee's 4 waiting patiently in the middle there for the players to take their positions. North's kicked off in the first half, so it'll be West's turn this time, and they'll be kicking into a fairly stiff northwesterly, it's almost westerly breeze, blowing diagonally across the ground. Gallagher's placed it. Hoare, who kicks it. Along the ground it goes to Hobb, past Gill, back to Hunter. Hunter steps through and tackle there beautifully. A long pass out here to Newton. And Newton comes infield, but always beautifully held there by Gallagher and Gibson. Plays the ball to Perry, Western Suburbs outside. And a penalty to North. Jack Gill to take it. North incidentally won the scrum 7-1 in the first half, which is surprising. Jones out hooking Buman, the test hooker. It's not only the hooking. I think that the the North pack has been giving plenty of weight in there at the moment the ball goes in, and on one occasion West had the ball won back through their second row, and North pushed them off it, and eventually Askey got the ball for North. Gill has decided on an attempt at a goal here, moves in, it's a good one too all the way. And so after just 1 minute's play in the second half, North have gained another 2 points to reduce the lead to 2. West now 9, Northern Suburbs 7. And it's time off for Hensby, who's down for West. Hensby, the centre for West, Knowles has raced out of the picture to go and see him as Gallagher brings the ball back to start play, but there is the ambulance man attending to the injured Hensby, Hensby's been out with a shoulder injury. He cracked a bone in his shoulder, but this looks like a leg injury. It's the first half has been most interesting, and there's a terrific crowd here to witness it. This is the crowd on the hill you see now, and over on the scoreboard side, the eastern side of the stand. And they're all over the place. I don't know whether our cameras can pick it out for you, but they're up on roofs of sheds and all over the place. Wherever there is a vantage point, there you'll see someone perched on it. And there they are on top of sheds. Here they are on the top of the roof of a shed. And it's one of the biggest crowds I have seen here at the Newcastle Sports Ground, and that includes matches against Great Britain, France, New Zealand, and so on. A very big crowd here, and I'd say it must be well over the 15,000 mark, probably 17 to 18,000. Hensby looks as though he's hurt an ankle, still receiving ambulance attention. John Hobby standing by, Cooch standing by anxiously too, and with him is Spruce. Also there is Holmes, the winger for Western Suburbs. A key man in the Western Suburbs attack. Naturally, they're anxious about his fitness. 9 points to 7. Only 1 minute of playing time gone in the second half. They went to Lemons with the score 9-5 in favour of West, but now it is 9-7. He's right, back on his feet. The ambulance man leaves the field, and play will resume with the kick out from halfway after that penalty goal by Jack Gill. Gallagher restarts play with a kick across field. Gathered there by Askey. He's gathered by Gibson. Nichols, Mattingly, right on their own 25, or no, about 30 yards out, almost in the centre of the field in North's territory. Over it comes to Gill, to Perry, to Hunter. Perry coming round him again, but the ball has been knocked forward by McManus, and the referee will rule a scrum. Notice how the scrum doesn't go right down until referee Bohr says, put that ball in. Gallagher gets it, but it comes straight out on the side of the scrum, and Spohr wants another scrum. A penalty this time to West against the wrong feeding of the scrum by scrum half Askey. And here's another chance for Cooch to add 2 points for West. West leading by 9 points to 7. Play has been in progress 2.5 minutes. That's actual playing time.
Risky trying to put it there, Brian, I think, with a kicker like Cooch.
This I can't understand, Terry, why they will, scrum halves will persist in doing this in their own territory. Fair enough when they're down the other end, but why in kicking distance?
Particularly when a chap like Cooch can put them over him anywhere, even
My
if they win
word.
against him.
Yes, and this is not a difficult kick for him if he makes just enough allowance for the win. It's just outside the 25. It's about 15 or 16 yards in from the western touchline. Not a bad angle at all for a kicker as capable as he is. And we're right behind it where I sit at the halfway mark, so we'll get a good view of it. And the cameras, of course, have got a perfect view of it for you, too. You're watching this telecast being covered by NBN Channel 3's new outside broadcast equipment. And it's a beauty all the way, right through the upright. And so it's West 11, North 7. Scorers to date for West. Hobby a field goal, Coots a try, Coots conversion, and a Coots a penalty goal. And now that was in the first half, and now in the second half he's landed his second penalty goal. And for North, Gill kicked a penalty goal, Ashley scored a try, and Gill raised the flags with a penalty goal immediately after play was resumed in the second half. Buman, a dummy half, gives it to Gibson, who runs wide. There he goes under him. Mattingly marks him. Buman, a long pass to Johnson. Dummies to Hobby, gives it to Spruce coming into the attack. but Hutchinson has him well held. Back to Hobby, and it's a bad kick straight up in the air. He was hurried with that kick, and whose ball is it? Looks like a West ball, and it's Hobby who has it himself. Back to Gallagher. Hoare tries to break through, gets his pass away to Ralston as he's tackled. Ralston out to Toots. Oh, and a very nice tackle by Hunter. Hunter had a good game last week, Terry. His defence was very good. Did you notice?
Yes, Brian. He's usually a very good defender, though.
And now Spruce with a great dash down the right wing. But he's held by Askey. 35 yards out from North's try line. Hobby has another kick. Up in the air it goes, and through surge the West attackers. Elchin's there, but he can't get it. Ellis hasn't got the ball. And it's a penalty to North. Apparently ruled offside there by Western Suburbs players, and a penalty awarded to North.
I think they tackled the fullback before he had the ball. Brian.
Is this the ruling?
Yes. You must get the ball before you can, unless, of course, you're onside.
And there's a long kick by Jack Gill, takes play down to within 10 yards of the halfway mark, still in North territory, with Mattingly to restart play. 11-7 in favour of West. And play has been going 6 minutes in the second half. Referee's ball calling Gibson in. He must have had something to say, Jerry.
I think he must have back-chatted him there, Brian. Of course, that move was underway, and he pulled the game up and called Gibson straight out.
Anyway, he's been admonished, and time is on again, and play will restart. Gill, long one to Perry, looking for the opening. Can't find it, though. Paul gets him nicely. Gibson now marks him. Ralston was there too, you notice, a terrific defender. And there's Bags Owens trying to barge his way up through the centre of the ruck. Askey at dummy half to Gill. Nice change of pace again. A long pass out here to Butler, and Butler's going strongly. Gets it away to Matting, to Alan Jones, to Jones. Jones plays it to Mattingly to Gill. Gill's putting it up in the air. This is the pattern, but it's a big, long kick. He wants the 25 drop out for sure. I can't see any other reason for that. That wasn't a good kick, Terry, do you think?
Oh, that's the general run of what they're doing now, Brian, on the fourth tackle. They put the ball out over the 25, and you must get the ball back then.
Yes, that's the idea, no doubt, but I think it would be better up in the air and followed on with the defence having to catch it.
Well, I think Jack's more interested in getting the ball back.
Yeah, I suppose so. There's Perry under it anyway from the drop kick by Gallagher. And over the halfway mark he goes, but he's beautifully tackled by Ralston. Hutchinson to Owens, and he knocks on. Scrum right on the halfway mark, just inside Western Suburbs territory. Gallagher will feed the scrum. Score from Sydney Cricket Ground, Canterbury 5, East 2, and this is the match we'll be bringing you in full on Monday night at 10:30 on NBN. Gallagher for wrongly feeding the scrum, indicated into the second row. Gill will kick for touch towards the eastern side of the field. He's right in the centre of the field. This breeze will be directly behind him. He should get a good long kick in here, but it won't find touch, I don't think. No, underneath it is Spruce. And he's lost the ball. North's ball, I think Mattingly's on it. Now it was Jones. Out to Gill it comes to Askey. North's on the attack. Perry. McManus got under position. Newton coming inside. Didn't have much room to move. And he's tackled by Coots. For Perry at dummy half going on his own. Oh, and he gained some valuable yards there. Nicholson to Askey. Owens to Gill. Gill to McManus. McManus a long one out there to Mattingly, but he's held by Jones. Last tackle, and so a scrum will pack. Well, North were pouring it on a bit there, Terry.
Yes, they're starting to play a bit of football now, Brian. They're using their